right now, against all expectations, right? Because everybody have all these roster issues going through where you're not quite sure what's happening. We've got the knife underway, as you guys can see. No, actually, we're straight into the pistol. Knife has already been done.
Na'Vi won the knife. They were victorious.
So there we go. They got to pick the signs to kick things off, and they'll be starting on the CT side here. And, well, yep, straight into the action. There's so much to talk about, obviously, about this event because this is one of the first big esports events going down in Lisbon, and it's been remarkable. The fans have been absolutely awesome. But straight into the CS, Chad.
Yeah, and quick approach here from Cloud9 to get Bathrooms control. I like it. The fact of the matter is Overpass takes a lot of strategy, and here they're going to get in the bait very early, taking the Jules. Flamey continuing the form from yesterday, and Simple, he's going to chime in. What a play as Connector was the territory Na'Vi wanted to hold, and they're going to stand strong. That Molotov is going to force them to play out a rotation here, but 2-on-4 situation, and A bomb site not being overwhelmed by the Ts. Cloud9 are more than happy here to take these Jules.
Now, Refresh at least can swap over to a USP if he wants one, so you can get that one-shot headshot capability. Edward, well, he didn't have a choice in the matter, but he's lost his pistol. Curious to see if one of them is going to go for it, because now they're out of utility. So life is going to get difficult here for Cloud9. Trying to get onto a bomb site, they're going to have to do it rough and dirty.
There's so much of the map to clear. You can see they're worried about the push through to behind them. They didn't realize that the A bomb site was just completely open for business.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi playing that gamble-style pistol round, it's definitely panned out early.
So much hesitation now. Really wondering. So we do have a setup. Simple is in the rafters right now on the B site, Flamey holding on the site itself. So we do have that defensive setup ready for Na'Vi. And again, they have that advantage. One-shot headshots. They're going to be looking for it. Now Flamey finds the one there. And Flusha now left all by his lonesome alone in a 1v4. And of course, they know where he is. And he's instantly destroyed. Flamey with 3 headshots to kick off the first map here. Well, the only map between the two teams.
Well, good start. Yesterday, Flamey was playing well as well, right? And he made that tweet. He actually pointed out that he wanted to lift his performance. And that's one of the things that needs to happen for these guys to be consistent. We know what Simple can do. We know what Electronic can do. Zeus is an in-game leader and Edward is the more supportive player in the unit. Flamey has to be that third star, and his impact will be felt immediately. I think a few things to touch on early is that Cloud9 are indeed playing with a stand-in. The VODs were done in advance, so they could have prepped for what maps they know that they needed to play. But Overpass is one which is about rotations. There's a lot about communication, and right now, this is Refresh playing for a Tier 1 name of a team, not necessarily a Tier 1 team in today's realms of Counter-Strike, but with some big names.
Let's say the org has won a major.
Yes.
This roster, however, they've lost a few of them. But
4 of them have won a major, right? Keo, Automatic, Rush, and Flusha have all won majors.
True.
Just with different, different teams.
You're right. Different rosters. I mean, it is fun to see Flusha on this team. Just throwback, like, okay, we have from one of the greatest rosters of all time in CSGO, and now he is here with Cloud9. Fnatic, you know, obviously going through shuffles of their own. But, you know, not really commenting on that round. That was an anti-eco round. Na'Vi snuffed Cloud9. And now we get into the buy round here for Cloud9. 5 AKs already being bought up with a decent enough number of nades to work with. They've got some of the essentials here.
Let's see if they just go for an approach, because you know it's likely that Na'Vi are going to hold on to those MP9s we just saw come out. So let's see if they go for a default spread, see if they can take advantage of aggression that's most likely going to come in, or if they have a plan off the bat. It looks like the default spread. Refresh and Flush are probably babysitting B. Automatic and Rush worrying about the A pushes, and Kiyoshima has Connector under his control. Very quick approach to this round. They're actually taking Sewer Connector very, very fast, very swift off the bat. Oh, and through the smoke.
Hey, some of that vintage Flusha right there.
Gonna need lots of plays like that from the big man.
Oh my god, he gets it again! Zeus! Chopped down to half. And that's just Flusha timing it. He's like, okay. Yeah. I think somebody's going to be behind this smoke right now. Works. Okay, I think somebody's going to have rotated here. Works. Mind games coming in from the master of them. Always been a thorn in his opponent's side, but that's a very strong start here for Cloud9 in a key round. And Kiyoshima finds Zeus jumping. Pretty sure that was Zeus jumping for info. And if you jump behind those wooden walls, you can get banged out.
Paper thin, right?
Yeah. So, bit of some mistakes coming in here from Na'Vi early on, or at least on Zeus's part. Not a whole lot, obviously, that Flamey can hope to do when you're just getting gunned through the smoke like that at the beginning.
Electronic right now in this forward position over towards Bathrooms. If he goes for any more info, will be taken down by Automatic. That could be a bit of a problem, as the CTs will have to make an info play at some point. It does appear that the bomb will now be congregating over towards that bomb site. You can see this right here. Electronic knows he needs to clear it. That was just a game of timing there. Tim, Automatic checking left and right, and Automatic able to come out on top. Ooh, gap in the smoke. You don't see that every day of the week.
Still got Simple. You still have to deal with Simple. And do they still have... They don't have any smokes left here to get rid of this. So Simple, imperfect smoke. Flash is going to be there. Simple's got the angle now. Bomb has been recovered, though. And the follow-up flash, excellent. The force Simple off of that angle, and so they will succeed in getting the bomb planted. And with a man advantage now for Cloud9, things are looking pretty good. That actually tagged Flusha for, like, what, 6 damage, but he did get wallbang there.
In this situation right now, Edward has rotated around to the flank to make sure that when they try to escape to save these weapons that they have, that he can hopefully do some damage. It's highly unlikely they'll push towards CT spawn knowing that Simple is in that position. He's going to get on out of dodge and make sure he can hold on to that AWP, and this is where Edward comes in. The damage he can do trickles into this game, so these are big kills even though they are on the exit frags.
Oh, buddy.
Yikes.
Yeah. That's...
Not ideal.
Not ideal is a good way to put it. Wow. I definitely did not expect that. Edward, man, that's brutal.
They should still be able to get a buy, and considering the way that Na'Vi address Counter-Strike nowadays, at least, they do like to keep pressure on the economy, right? So Simple with the AWP and enough money across the star players to get a decent buy, they will be upgrading.
Glad that we got to see that replay there, Kiyoshima's perspective. And it was also Flusha. It was just a spray duel through the smoke at the beginning, so it wasn't even Flusha. Just getting lucky with the timing. And yeah, Edward there, the reaction. Glad we got that on camera. Looking back at Kane like, yeah, I'm sorry. Should have had that one. And well, that's unforced errors that are going to be a little bit painful here for Na'Vi, but they need to shake it off. Cloud9 on the board, 2-1. The score, full buy on their side, and some quick pressure here on the B side, forcing some of this utility out from Na'Vi.
And they have the 4-man lean. They've got 4 players already on the site, and Simple is one of those. The walk-through monster here could be the demise of Refresh. We saw him have some big plays yesterday, but not going to be a chance today as Simple strikes, and Flamey with the secondary AWP will grab another. That's 2 AWPs on the B bomb site. If that doesn't sound the warning bells to maybe push towards that A bomb site quicker, I don't know what will.
A little bit of a party shot there from Rush. Does manage to tickle Zeus's feet. But you're right, now this really just sets Cloud9 back. They walked right into the trap face first and got smashed. So automatic Kiyoshima and Rush, the last 3 alive here for Cloud9. And well, they are starting to work their way up mid here. Getting into the restrooms, and Long is getting poked at now between Rush and Kiyoshima. So it's looking like they will shift over towards this A site. Still 3 players on B for Na'Vi, so this is a good choice on Cloud9. They have a window here. 40 seconds on the clock, but they have a window here to push onto this A site and find success.
Yeah, Edwards just got information over towards B, so the rotation's going to come in. There'll be 4 players. So there's 4 players towards B to stop the push. Now there's going to be 4 players towards A, and with 30 seconds left on the clock, like you mentioned, the time is the bigger enemy. The frags aren't going to come easy. Someone's going to have to pull some magic out of the bag here for Cloud9.
Oh, man. Yeah, they're really going to have to do it. Full-on Nostradamus. This isn't looking good. They're going to run right into it. Yep, sure enough. Rush going to get gunned in the side. Automatic just like that. Last man alive. He's going to make it a little bit more expensive for him. 2 kills. 10 seconds on the clock, though. And he doesn't have the bomb picked up. Flamey will find the headshot on him. And Na'Vi once again in control. 3 players surviving. They weren't. Zeus threw his gun.
Yeah.
He threw his gun. He wasn't able to save Simple's AWP.
I know we all hate the E because sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's better than throwing away your gun and not grabbing anything at all. So that's a little bit unfortunate that Na'Vi aren't able to grab the secondary AWP across, but they will be able to get it in the hands of Simple. Flamey can drop it. They can still get a full buy, and the eco will come in from Cloud9. So this is another one of those rounds where you don't really expect a lot. You know, you can see there are a couple of upgraded pistols. There's a flashbang. There is the possibility, and it is against Na'Vi. So we know things can trickle very quickly. This flash of automatic here is going to be pivotal. It's going to be a deep one onto the bomb site as they pounce through sandbags. There it goes.
Good positioning, though, from Flamey. Avoids the flash nicely. Triple spray, looking for the quad as well. And he no, Edward robs him. But still, that's a feel-good round for Flamey, at least. Everybody loves eco frags. The Cobra hissing. And, well, 4-1. So now we get to see here what do we have in store from Cloud9, who are still just a little light on funds in terms of Kiyoshima and Flusha. Will be a buy.
Yep.
But those guys, yeah, exactly. It's going to be Galil, a UMP for Flusha to afford the nades.
He loves it. He's still rocking it. Remember him in drop on Cobble. Just using that bad boy within the early days.
Rollback.
The question mark here is, if you're going to buy into that kind of weaponry, you can't really do a default in the same realms, right? Because if your position as Flusha is to be, you know, toilets or to clear out a position where long-range duels are in action, you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. But once again, it will just be that spread. More passive over towards A this time, though.
Quite a bit to focus on this B side of the map for Cloud9. I mean, Electronic has got to be getting bored over there. Nice shot there from Refresh, though, to open things up in the round. Headshot on Flamey gives them the man advantage on Cloud9 side.
Yeah, curious play by Flamey because he was on his own. There was no way to trade, and the flash didn't come in to set him up for the alley-oop.
Yeah.
So it was an info play, but he gets taken down. And Refresh yesterday, we saw him win a 1-on-4 within the last round of one of the maps there on the T side. It was a fantastic play, good mechanical skill, crosshair placement. He has all that going for him, and it will be pressure on the B-bomb site right now as the bomb with Rush will make its way through. So Flusher in tow to get that C4 down.
So the punish, smoke goes down though, they know that they're in pit. Simple once again opens up, kill on Refresh. Zeus there finds the angle on Rush, gets the headshot. Flusher, yep, gonna swap instantly to that AK, trying to get that in play, but it's gonna wind up costing him. And they're just getting picked off one after another. The defense here from Na'Vi, too solid. Cloud9 are not able to find an opening off of the initial mistake made by Flamey.
They're very active on their CT side, right? This is one of the things with Na'Vi when you know that they're here to play is that they're so active. If you can use the spearheads of your attack in the right places, and then Zeus can call the rotations based off the information they've gathered, they're able to bolster their defenses, right? If you look at a traditional team, you can say, oh, there shouldn't be too many weak players. This one here, mechanically speaking, and I don't think people would take offense of me saying this, a player like Zeus, if he's left to be an anchor on a bomb site, he can be punished. With what they're doing right now, gathering info, moving their forces around, they're able to bolster their defenses all across the map, and with some really good reads early, this is why we're seeing them at 5-1 and forcing yet another pistol buy. Light upgrade under the likes of Cloud9, who are going to struggle in this one, I think.
Oh, wow. Zeus getting caught in the back there. I was about to praise them for backing off, giving a little bit of ground once they knew what they were up against. Don't want to get rushed down by pistols en masse. And yeah, Simple thinking that he's only got one shot in that AWP. You do not want to get within the realm of melee range, basically, where these guys are just going to be able to group up on you. So back off, play it safe. Automatic has got that AK to work with now, but no Kevlar. And so this is going to be just around here from Cloud9. Another hard eco pretty much coming through. And it's looking like they want to go yet again towards that B site.
Yeah, it's about making something out of nothing here. And if they can find an opening in one of these gun rounds and then force the rotations from Na'Vi, make them take the wrong gamble, that's when things can get interesting. But here it needs to be a gargantuan play from Automatic, who's already shown some crisp aim. He's going to lead the pack here. Flamey will greet him with the MP9. And, oh, he's actually going to trade out well there. Refresh pouncing with the CZ, and that's bomb site open.
Beautiful work. Wonder if the positioning there, Edward hesitated for a moment. Wonder if he was worried about shooting his teammate in the back. But Electronic will pretty much snuff it here for Cloud9. Refresh, last man alive, holding close, but the bomb is dropped all the way back by Monster. And he's got 30 seconds to go and get it. It's a 1v2 though, and with the CZ75, anything is possible. So much damage possible, but look at Simple. Simple's already got the angle on him.
Oh, he's trying to see if he can pick up a better weapon. Unable to do so, and Simple's going to strike.
Yeah, solid positioning from Simple. He's, I mean, that is kind of just what we expect from Simple, though, isn't it?
But he looks like he's laughing. Is he having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not laughing.
9-1.
They're always serious, aren't they? You never see Na'Vi really smile.
Simple does a lot of talking on Na'Vi, though. I mean, we were standing by them yesterday when listening to their match.
Doesn't surprise me, right? If I was him, I'd be sending out orders here, there, and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit dicey there for the moment, so let's see if Cloud9 can reinvigorate themselves here. 6-1 down. They've gone into a full buy. It looks like the default approach again. So it looks like they're just trying to play the standard style of Counter-Strike and hope that they can collapse onto bomb sites together. But I already mentioned that communication and knowing the rotations is the biggest battle on a map like Overpass. This is a map where if you stay stagnant for too long, the CTs can just turtle up into those bomb sites, use their utility, and you have no hope in the world. And
well, what you're hoping to do, right, is just try and get some pressure on there to force that utility. Because look at the state of the utility right now. 40 seconds into it, Flamey has only just now used his smoke, and we still have a single smoke left on Zeus, so that can slow things down here on this B site.
They're letting Refresh go and take control of Sewer very quickly with a little bit of utility, and Keo is relatively aggressive as well towards that connector position on the map, but they don't want to take Jules over towards A too quickly. So we are at a minute, and now Rush and Automatic will be leaning over there. Refresh still just posturing within the water position. And it doesn't feel like they have a plan, you know? Pushing them back this late, the CTs want to start dropping back within the 50-second realms anyway.
Yeah. This is where you would expect the info play. Flush out winning the duel versus Edward, though. Once again, a strong start. Oh, nice trade in mid. Rush will find the trade on Electronic, who won the duel versus Automatic. And so maintaining that man advantage on Cloud9 side. Still a double op setup here for Na'Vi, who have continued to spread out. But there's the AUG in play, and Zeus is in position to keep an eye on Long. So this should favor him when it comes to the duel with Rush.
Simple, too good as always. Here's the step, hits the shot, knows that more are coming. AWP trained on Flush's position, who snuck past, able to get a kill onto Zeus on the side. Now pressure's on Simple. He's going to grab another right in his face, unable to get the third. And it leaves Flamey in a 2-on-1.
I was about to say, I love the trigger discipline there from Simple, but it's going to cost him in the end. Flamey not going to expect Rush to be pushed up to bank that close. And perhaps I cursed Zeus. I wonder what happened there for him.
I think he either swung to help, or he had no idea that the player was able to push past in that fashion.
You forget about that man advantage in that situation. But perhaps got shot in the side by Rush when he went to it. We didn't get to actually get eyes on that, unfortunately. Looks like we have a timeout coming through here.
Yeah, not sure if this one is technical or tactical, but there is more than enough money for Na'Vi to buy, right? So in my mind, this must be a. It is a
counter-terrorist timeout. So it's Na'Vi calling for it. I really do like the trigger discipline from Simple, though. I mean, that's just such perfect play. You know, could have taken the shot there, and then they would have known that he hadn't backed off. And instead, he's just sitting there waiting for them to come right into him. So, brutal. One thing that Na'Vi can be pleased with, though, is that they made that round tremendously expensive for Cloud9. So, Cloud9 not surviving with a bunch of guns means that they're going to have to spend a lot of their money, and that puts Na'Vi in a situation where they can get that reset on Cloud9 and continue to stumble them or continue to make it difficult for them to get momentum going here on the T side of Overpass. 6-2 the score, Na'Vi in the lead. And, well, this time around, at least we will have, once again, that mid-presence coming in from Cloud9 early and very early, flashing their way through the smoke, but there's the shot, 1-for-1 trade, not expecting Simple, and Simple, he knows there's going to be somebody in connector, but he can't get the kill. Kiyoshima with the headshot.
Oh, this play here by Refresh could be absolutely huge. All that flurry over towards the A bomb site's left a gap for him to push on in. The timing of Edward going to sandbags, it could be a double kill for Refresh here as he doesn't know where they are on this bomb site. He's going to be giving information that is relatively clear to his teammates, which could end up being problematic. As Kiyoshima opens the door, he hasn't spotted anything just yet, and that sound cue also keeps the attention away from Refresh. So the bomb has a chance to make its way through, but will he be expecting two players? Get a free kill right here, grabs the frag onto Flamey, and now Edward's position is pivotal. Kiyoshima. Ooh, he's actually not going to duck and dodge and try and help over towards the B side, so Edward's position still going unknown, and no one's looking that way.
Oh, this is big.
Doesn't need to shoot straight away. Random grabs one kill. That's huge by Edward. Now he has a second duel, and this is isolated Kyo. He's not going to be able to make it. And
Edward is going to be beside himself right now.
yeah, you think about that. Maybe you should have killed the player further away. It's always that question mark, right?
But he had it. You know, right? Like that's exactly what he was hoping for. But it's always those shots where you have to hit that somehow that become the hardest. And there's a couple times now where Edward has just not been capable of getting the job done. Because that was a winnable situation for him, and unfortunately he was not able to capitalize. Kiyoshima with the rotate there, and Refresh just winning that duel versus Edward. And again, yeah, Edward, he knows. He knows. Bit of frustration there on his side. Oh, yeah.
There's some weird personnel changes for people who are watching this and thinking, why is Automatic AWPing? Well, he's the main AWPer for Cloud9 now, ever since Skadoodle
Skadoods
retirement. Oh, up close and personal. Simple's going to take advantage of that nade. Flush up to Aware. The Mac 10's going to strike. Also, the in-game leader is meant to be Golden. I'll just offer yourself up to him, will you? Give him the ace.
But why are you going to the SMG?
Let him milk it. Let him have it.
I mean, Chad, remind me, because perhaps things have changed since I've left, but I mean, it's still $600 a frag for an SMG, right?
Yeah, but maybe they want it to be an interesting game.
But yeah, exactly. You know what? Why he bought that SMG? It's to make money. You know, we're a charitable bunch. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just run into the SMG instead of running into Automatic with the AWP, who's only going to get $100 per kill.
Bought Flamey a Rolex?
That's very nice of Zeus. But then Zeus, I've heard, is quite the businessman.
Who's buying me a Rolex? That's the real question.
I thought you were friends with Joe Miller. I mean, you know.
I don't think Joe would buy me. He'd buy me a Kolsch. He wouldn't buy me a Rolex. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him.
I'm sure Joe's a nice guy. Just put it nicely to him, you know? Be like, Joe, Christmas is coming. It's been a while.
The double ops on the T side, just quickly, the double ops on the T side tells the story to me that it is just going to be the default play coming out from Cloud9, that their entire game plan is merely to get picks, because you can't have executes when you're dealing with... Flusher is having to in-game lead because Golden is out for health issues. That's why Refresh is standing in. So you just default and allow your players to play, as the expression goes, and Edward's going to get a chance to play right here. Stepping into him, he's going to grab one and gets the dink across onto Refresh as well. So put him down to 12 HP, but this is where the T's need to make sure they can play the rotations wisely. And with Na'Vi doing all these gamble stacks, it makes you second guess the approach.
Then it really does turn into luck of the draw. Did you run right into the 4-man stack or the solo guy? And so far, Cloud9 haven't had much luck with that, but they are starting to get some rounds on the board here. 4 rounds on T-side Overpass. Sitting pretty. Definitely heard that jump for info there. Automatic, you can see. Just trying to prepare for that shot. Zeus will get punished with that if he keeps it up, though. It seems like that is kind of his habit. And while there are players out there who are capable of hitting those shots,
the fact this is even competitive, right? The fact that the scoreline is 6-4,
Yeah.
it just blows me away. Cloud9 yesterday, impressive as well, but this shouldn't be happening. In the realms of understanding Counter-Strike, this should not be happening.
But as you pointed out earlier, Chad, we got major winners on this team.
That's true.
Even if they're pugging it, you know, we got major winners on this team, so they know what's going on, or at least they should have an idea. Simple. Solo on the B side, misses a shot. It's possible. It can happen. He's going point blank. Oh, Free Fresh wasn't there. Simple would have had the hero play. Instead, it's a 1v3 for Zeus, looking a little grim. And Keo will find that shot. Easy peasy. But I love it. Simple going for the BDP.
It got very dicey there for a second. If the bomb had got dropped in that time, it would have been enough. They shouldn't have been able to get it down, and it could have been around on the board for Na'Vi. But instead, their money has been battered. And they are going to just have to take a pistol upgrade here. Zeus has gone for Armor and the CZ. We'll see what everybody else buys into as we get some lovely replays of that close up and personal. There's a couple of no-scopes coming in this round. Huh?
I'm liking it.
Keeping it flashy.
They knew he was close, it seems. That was a sick play, though. Great job there from Refresh, keeping on top of things, watching his teammates back. So Na'Vi, once again, going for a bit of action in connector. Simple pushing aggro along this time. Maybe able to catch him. No, the timing doesn't work out. Puts the shots right through him. So it's not going to happen there for him long once again. He's going to get frustrated with that. And well, Kyushin was holding close here in connector, and this is exactly what Na'Vi are hoping for at this point. Zeus with the bait and switch. Or, no, gonna get the Molotov. Right, get a bit toasty, and there you go. The drive-by CZ75 straight to the face. I see it's still effective.
You hate to see it.
I do so much. I hate that gun so much, but CZ is still, it's just a mini machine gun still.
They've opted to go back to the single AWP setup in this round, and it is just that slow approach. Now that the AK has been dropped across, they've done one of those gamble stacks again, so we have all three members waiting over towards this A-bomb site from Na'Vi. These are the rounds you have to make, right? These are reads. These are, you have to hedge your bets in these kind of scenarios, because when you are low on utility and they have the weaponry advantage, you need to make sure that you do something outside of the realms of predictability, and this is definitely going to be one that's hard to deal with. If the utility is used wisely by Cloud9, they flush out all the close corridors, they smoke off the choke points. Should be an easy round regardless. Let's see what happens as all four are about to pounce from long with 25 seconds left.
Okay, at least they're using a couple of the nades, I was about to say. But they are still kind of going in dry here. Flame Heat will get overwhelmed, kind of expected there. Now it's going to be on Zeus. He's got the Kevlar, he's got the AK.
The plan, the 12 seconds, the time!
The time, they should be able to wrap around the other side of the box, though. They should be able to pick up this bomb and wrap around. Not going to be necessary in the end. Refresh will mow him down as they go for the peak. But Cloud9, that was just a little bit of a heart attack there for Flusha.
I'm surprised that Na'Vi were the ones to panic in that scenario. I thought that Cloud9 would have floundered. They would have tried to pick up the bomb, plant it immediately. People would have been all pulling out nades. Instead, it went the other way. The guys from Na'Vi thought they had to swing, thought they had to take the jewel. And instead, the org of Refresh will be all they need to take them down. The double ops will come out once more for Na'Vi. Simple and Flamey both wielding the big greens. When they were active on the CT side, when they were finding those opening kills, they were definitely being successful. But now it feels like one-way traffic in the favor of Cloud9, who have won 5 on the trot. That's impressive. Yeah, they're looking very good here. Cloud9 taking control. Automatic. Gonna be looking for that shot. Perfect. Perfectly done there. The opening on B takes a bit of nade damage. That's unpleasant, but still they can back off right now, Cloud9. They do not need to overcommit. And you already have, look at this rotation coming through here from Na'Vi. They were fully expecting Cloud9 to try and play off of that opening pick to fully commit to B site. But they will be able to rotate Simple back up to A, and it's looking like Electronic will join him. So Na'Vi once again divided, and this is going to play into Cloud9's favor. This is the thing, right? That the fact that they are just defaulting every round, they haven't done an execute, they haven't done a set piece. You know, they're just defaulting and they're playing off picks. They're using their utility in a basic way. Okay, you're going to Molotov barrels so the AWP player doesn't have to worry about that position. Scopes in, gets a nice kill. You know, it means that he doesn't have to focus on too much. And here, it's just the default spread, playing off each other, using the fundamentals, using the basics of Counter-Strike, and then someone just pulling the trigger late round. This is the bomb site we're hitting. This is what we're going with. They're milking the clock again. 36 seconds left. It does appear that it will be a B-sided attack as the bomb is heading back through T-spawn and the rest of the players are going down through connector. So action's going to be on Zeus. I'm wondering, do you reckon it's like, oh, that's where Simple is? Okay, go to the other side. Teams say they don't do that, but I'm sure they probably do. Look at Rush. Rush was like shouting. He was like, get out, get out, get out. Like, I'm sure they're like, oh, that's where Simple is. Okay, go the other way. Zeus will have an op of his own, but he's no Simple.
So it will be man advantage continuing to expand here for Cloud9. They will get the bomb plant, and this is going to be a situation where Simple and Electronic, but Simple in particular, needs to back off and save that AWP. I guarantee if we were to ask Rush, or if we were to ask them afterwards, it's just like, hey, you know, you ran into Simple, and then you went to the other side. What was going through your head?
Was that the call?
What was going through your head?
Well, right again, they've played it right down to the wire, right? They got that bomb down with 4 seconds remaining on the clock. These guys from Cloud9 are dealing with fire, and they're getting it done in the craziest of fashions, because that is the moments where the Na'Vi guys can really strike. And speaking of striking, Simple is going to take down Kyo to hold on to this AWP.
And that's why you don't go towards the bomb site with Simple.
So what are we looking at right now? That's 6 rounds on the trot, up to 7-6. Cloud9 have taken the lead in this one. This is the first time in the game that they will be in the round advantage. The money situation is very poor from that of Na'Vi. They can either take a pistol upgrade right now, or they can buy behind this AWP.
Oh, what?
And
interesting.
The M4 of Electronic was also carried across. So they should be able to drop guns. They should be able to drop.
Do you think, I don't know. I don't know if I would be going for a timeout right now if I was Cloud9. Just because this is going to give Na'Vi a free timeout. This is going to give them a chance to, if anything, I expected Na'Vi to call for the timeout right now. But it's a timeout on Cloud9's side.
Okay, yeah, real opportunity here to talk this one through. I wonder if we're going to see a pace change, because everything on Cloud9 has been based off the default, right? It's been what part of the map have they been taking. They've prodded towards Monster. They've grabbed sewer control early. Kyo has no issue going aggressive towards Connector. This is where they could just change the pace. They could go for a real aggressive contact or explosion play, maybe on that B bomb site. Found a lot of success over there. And that might be enough to catch Na'Vi off guard.
Well, it seems like that's been the game plan so far for Cloud9. Find the opening pick on B, play off of that. Automatic has managed to pick up his AWP, and we will have the full buy on Cloud9 side. And the force on Na'Vi's side.
Oh, they're calling a pause here. So it's a tech issue that's just come up. So they're going to have to restart this one. So we're probably going to have a couple of minutes while the admins sort this one out. So maybe we'll recap what's going on in the other games on the main stream, and then we also have the B stream. So right now, Astralis on the B stream is versing NIP on Overpass as well. And the score is 7-4, with that being in the favor of Astralis. Dupree leading the way on 12 kills.
Shocker.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. I didn't think they'd be able to maintain this level of class, and the fact that they're doing that just shows me the depth and the pure and utter brilliance of a team like Astralis.
Yes.
Flick on over. And
they've built their foundations on bedrock, man. They're not going anywhere.
Well, you think about this team, right? What is the one thing that this squad has? And they have such a fantastic support network. But not only that, they're one of the very few teams, or maybe the only team, who the coach is the shot caller, right? You know, that takes away a lot of squabbles. You know, he gets to decide who's benched. He gets to decide who's, you know, getting replaced if you're not playing well enough. It's all at the coaches of Zonic's disposal, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. And I think that is very important, right? Because that takes away the element of collusion within a team. Everybody is accountable to the coach. Yes. And that may, you know, if you're not friends with the star player in the squad, that can be detrimental in a social environment. But when you have the coach deciding which pieces of the puzzle they want, that's the way you want it.
Well, any fan of mainstream sports is going to say, like, well, what do you mean, Chad? Isn't that how it's always been?
There's always a lot of...
It's like, no, not in esports, guys, not in esports. There's still a bit of ground to cover in terms of getting professional. And, well, that is one of the things.
We're definitely on the way.
We're on the way. Astralis are leading the way. And the thing is that it's taken this long. Astralis have made that switch. And now every other team out there has got to be looking at that like, okay, hold on. They just dominated this entire year with this format. We might need to actually start taking a closer look at this. Now it's whether or not the players will follow suit or not. That is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it needs to come from a top-down approach. When we have the mainstream right now, it's on Mirage. This is the home game, I suppose. Yeah. MIBR taking on FaZe Clan. And it has been a late resurgence from FaZe in the first half. They are looking to secure 7 rounds. I think it's coming down to a 1v1 right now. The score is 8-6.
8-7 at the end of the half.
So a good resurgence right there from the likes of FaZe, who were very flat yesterday. They got drubbed.
They looked a bit lackluster. But MIBR also have been a bit touch and go.
Well, we've been watching Stewie do some absolutely phenomenal Counter-Strike plays, really rolling back the years and channeling his inner rank S player, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I could watch this MIBR only because, you know, Swag and Stewie are finally together.
The duo.
Just give me that.
Just playing off one another.
Just let them go full pug and just run through everything. And that's pretty much what they did yesterday. So, although NIP were completely and utterly absent, which was a bit frustrating to watch.
You know what is, I guess, in our game, with the focus on Cloud9 and Na'Vi, Refresh playing well against top-tier opponents with class teammates is a really good way to put himself on the market. The thing is, there are so many players now who are showing that they can do this, right? That they can contend at this high level and that they can be complementing however they need to fit into a squad. You think about, we had Chroman earlier in the year with FaZe Clan. We've got Refresh right now. We have all the young guns coming up. We've got Broland. We've got, obviously, Sergey from ENCE. There's a lot of, the way that Counter-Strike has changed, I think, over the last year and a half. ROPS is another fantastic example. These pure CSGO players, these kids who are coming out of nowhere, and they are getting a newer experience. They are getting streamlined into professionalism, or at least being players who understand how to play Counter-Strike on such a level much quicker.
Well, what I'm hoping is that Broland, because pretty familiar with Broland, he was in Gamers. That's where he really started to make some waves last year. So got to meet him personally then, and just really, I mean, yeah, he blew me away at that point. At his level, it was unreal. But that's the thing. His story is that he is one of that generation who, from the age of 5, has just been playing CS.
Yeah.
And that's all he was played. Yeah. And just grinded CS forever. So it's like we're starting to get to that level where it's just like, football pros have been kicking a football around since the age of 3. Now we're going to start having guys who are like, yeah, no, I've just been playing CS pretty much forever, my entire life. And so what I would love to see is, a player of Broland's caliber who's going to be that next generation getting into an organization like Astralis with that kind of infrastructure and decision making in terms of like the coach calling the shots and etc. Like that'll be where it really starts to get crazy
for sure.
And you're going to start to see the teams, the pug life kind of mentality, I think, fade out in favor of a more structured approach that favors these kinds of players.
Yeah, and I think with the open circuit that we have in Counter-Strike, it's actually a cool thing to have because you get to regulate yourself, right? If you have a bad tournament and you think maybe you should skip the next one to mix things up or to boot camp, you have that, right? You don't have to be there week in, week out. You have the option. And for teams to be able to do that, to be able to build, to be able to, I think, build a culture is probably the best way to look at it within organizations for these players to get the most out of them, to give them the best opportunities possible to the best players they can. This is fantastic. It just means that the way that Counter-Strike is going to be elevated, we're going to see better and better things.
Yes.
The level of preparation, the way that Astralis changed the usage of utility, the way that they really put emphasis on grenades. So much has changed in the period of 1 year in Counter-Strike, and I think people will argue that no one's been at 100% versing Astralis. Well, no one's been at 100% versing Astralis because no one knows how to be as good as Astralis, right? People are trying to change rosters to contend with these guys.
But it's the same old model. It's the same old thing. We just need to hit more headshots. we just hit more headshots,
It wasn't our day.
Yeah. But that has been it, hasn't it? I mean, the French scene is a testament to that since the dawn of time, it feels like these days, where, it's just like, things aren't going well. Oh, well, if we just kill more things, they'll go better. So let's just go for a quick roster change, and that should solve things.
We're about to get back underway. Just having a look right now between the two teams. We should be underway any moment. Just a team speak issue seems to be the one that plagues us time and time again. But we should be underway momentarily, and I would assume that Zeus will take this to Connector. This Swag 7. He'll be taking that bad boy.
You're shocking me here. Sponge, you're shocking
range.
me. I don't know about that. I think,
Do you think he's going to push Fountain and try and take a duel against an AWP?
Yeah, we've seen that from him in the past, haven't we? Like, never try to guess.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Can we look at, is Simple have his knife out? Who's observing our game? That's a great question. So Simple has done the knife color to glove combo. So has Electronic.
Points there.
Yep. Oh, he doesn't have his knife out.
Oh, come on, Electronic. Get that knife out.
Do it, Electronic. There we go. He heard us.
See?
Oh, no.
How sick is that?
Are we in his head or is he in ours?
I don't know. I don't mind Electronic being in mine. Never mind. That sounds weird.
That does sound rude.
Dude, he's a beast.
He's a fantastic player.
I'm just glad to see, like, that is actually a bit of the Swag Stewie combo, is having Simple and Electronic together, because you do have that sheer firepower that the both of them represent. Simple, I mean, right now we're seeing him at the top of the scoreboard. No real shock there, I don't think. Flamey's had quite a few eco frags going in, so he's been able to get those feel-good moments over on that B site, pad up a bit. But Electronic, man, he's not missing many shots right now, at least. He's a bit of a monster.
Well, they need to hit a couple of shots this time around, as that's going to be the aggressive Molotov coming in to stop the push. And it will be a quicker change off the back of this pause. We were talking about which approach they were going to go for, and it is a fast B play. So action on as Rush is entering through. Monster grabs the first, is traded out by Edward. Now pressure is on as Electronic, the man in question, was able to get a kill and slow down this push. The B-bomb site is open, and it will be a retake.
Oh, buddy. Edward getting Molotovs. Great use of nades there from Cloud9, clearing that angle out. Don't have to worry about it, and now they get to set up the defense here. Man advantage for Na'Vi, however. So there it is, Automatic with the pick on Zeus. Bringing that down to a 3-on-3. Automatic has got the angle, doesn't trust it though. Both players for Na'Vi going to be moving up short here in an instant. Automatic has got it, takes the bait, but hits the shot, so it is a 1-for-1.
No kit. There's no kit. This one's not going to happen. Simple goes down. That leaves it all pressure on Electronic here. Has to make a play now. He's going to get spotted through the smoke. Spammed on up. The best option right now for this kid is to save as he's not getting into this one. Bomb ticking fast. It's over. 8 rounds on the board. Cloud9, they're going to be taking the lion's share of rounds in the first half. And that's the quicker approach. That's the change-up. They've been defaulting the entirety of this first half, and they've just gone with the basics. This is the basics, you know? This isn't any mind games. This is, well, we've been defaulting. Let's just change it up. Let's change the pace. Let's get in their face, because we know they have to take a gamble.
It's like the CS Bible. They just went back.
They just
they opened it.
Page 2.
Rush B. It's just, there you go. And, well, it worked. Great job for Cloud9, and it's looking like they might just go for it again. Yeah.
I love it.
Why not? Just go running right into him, because you know it's going to be a weak buy from Na'Vi. Double HE, though. Excellent work from Na'Vi to punish that. Don't get the kill, but Rush only has 5 HP. He's hurting. But the quick smokes blocking off this site should have allowed for... Man, Flusha really getting a big greed there. Tries to take that shot. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. Edward going to re-smoke.
This is dangerous. Another retake. Edward's position, very forward. A flash could come in and he could pivot, and there's a lot of mayhem right now, but they're just setting up as this is a 4-on-4. There's the kill. That's the low HP player. Missing each other in the smoke. The chaos is happening all over the place. Keo is left in a 1-on-2 situation against Flamey and Simple. Once again, no defuse kit in place, so the clock is in question. They have to be quick about this one. They have to bait him out. The bomb will be tapped. The flash comes in. Keo isn't going to pick. He's playing the mind games. They don't have the time. We've already mentioned the kit. Simple will get the kill. It's going to be close. I think they should have this one.
This is going to be so close, dude.
Oh
my God. You saw the timer there? That was like 0.01.
Jeez, Na'Vi. Skin of the teeth type stuff right there. They will manage to grab 7 rounds. They started strong. They were able to get the first 6 rounds. You know, well, 6-1. They're able to have the lead for quite a distance. It looked good. And then the defaults, the mid-round calls, the punishing of the economy. Cloud9 looking hot, and now they switch on over to the CT side, where things are meant to get a little bit easier, but the same issue applies. It's the rotations. If you lose a man... Oh, Zeus. All right. He ain't too happy with that one. This is the meltdown that Na'Vi are known for. We're getting stuck underway straight away. It is going to be a quick play. 5 members over towards the B-bomb site from Na'Vi, and that's Rush and Refresh to deal with it with Automatic in heaven as the Overwatch.
That nades are going down everywhere. Refresh finds a headshot on Zeus, though. Continuing to build on that guy's unhappiness in life. There it is. Finally, Simple able to find one of his own with that P250. Flamey finds a headshot. Man advantage for Cloud9 still, and the bomb has yet to be planted. This is going to be the key kill here from Automatic. If he can pick this up, it's going to be big, but he peeks wide, and Simple's there to help out.
2v5. This is quickly turned. And Keo is so low on HP, the kit's been dropped.
Yeah, that's a big one. These guys are just so frag hungry right now. They keep trying to take these fights. Flusha, just a second too late there to catch Flamey in the back. That would have been big. Now it's on Kiyoshima. He's got 13 points of health. Needs to hit that instant headshot. Not meant to be.
He was so noisy as well. I think he heard Simple first, but Simple just Formula 1 race car peeking around the corner, takes him down, and now Flusha left in a 1-on-2 situation. Should be able to get the kit. He will.
Yep, he got the kit now.
So this is doable. This is definitely not outside the realms of possibility. Once again, this was a 2-on-5 situation that has been
thrown away.
Quite swiftly squandered.
You can put it that way too. That works. Oh, buddy, Flusha. It's because it's not a CZ75. If it was a CZ75, Flamey would be dead.
Oh, he's got 24 bullets left, but he's gonna have to hit them quick. We did mention the kid. He's still whipping away. We'll finally get the kill. Now Simple left. 39 points of health. Just gonna stick it. Pros don't fake. They say, oh, he's gonna go. He's cutting off the bomb. He could have had it. What's he doing? Simple is able to draw him off the bomb, stop the defuse. Now he has to sit it, but he's doubting himself again, and clutching out the round is the god of Counter-Strike himself. The Undertaker.
They just fed him 4 kills. Let's just put it that way.
That could have been 1. There was no reason. Like, at that point, Flusha should have just stayed on it. He was so close.
He was so close, but I mean, it could have been won a lot earlier than that when Refresh starts us off strong here. Just Refresh and Automatic doing work, but this is the one. Automatic just stepping way out.
And no trade potential, right?
Yeah, and just dies instantly. And well, I mean, you just can't let Simple get four frags in a pistol round like that, dude. He's just gonna beast you.
When it gets down to that situation, that 3-on-2, like the first 2 kills, it was in the flurry, right? You do expect the trades to come out in some form. Automatic, if he had a teammate close who could trade and also go for the aggression, you don't question it as much. But when you make a solo play and it doesn't pan out, you just put so much pressure on flusha and Keo in that 2v2 situation. They've lost the bomb, they've lost track of the players, and at that point, it gets real difficult.
Well, Zeus not gonna get caught by that one. Sorry, Rush. Electronic, though, powering forward, gonna find a kill of his own, and it's looking very good here for Na'Vi. Anti-eco round, so this is all just feel-good money for them. Pretty much the last people you want getting kills, though. These two guys are the ones rocking the SMGs, taking point. Oh, I like it. Keo trying to go for the cheeky knife. All right, so that's where it will end. Just an anti-eco round coming through, but Na'Vi are now in the lead, 9-8. And now Cloud9 are going to get to buy up. So let's see what we have in store for us here. It looks like Automatic was just shy of being able to go for the AWP. flusha could buy one, but then he wouldn't have Kevlar or nades or anything to help. So it's looking like it's going to be just rifles across the board here for Cloud9. And that was flusha long range with the USP. Okay, then.
So I don't have a kit here, so it's curious to me if they're going to go for something a little bit more all-in, if they're going to be aggressive and play as a unit, or if they're just going to go for a standard round. And as we can see on the map right now, it is just going to be that 2-3 split, which indicates nothing too special.
flusha gets chunked in the face with an HE, but it is looking kind of like standard fare here from both of these teams. Na'Vi waiting for the aggression, and Cloud9 patiently waiting for Na'Vi to push into them. Automatic, though, will be the one with the forward position here at Tree, so we'll see if that pays off for him. He is a bit out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, no help.
Yeah.
He's on an island right now.
That's the tricky thing, right? I mean, you're just solo out there. No potential for trade.
Well, the fact of the matter is they're going to overlook this because they think these flashes are going to hold them at bay. So this is a Fur-esque type play and information, a very aggressive move from Automatic, and now they're going to be pinned in. The swing of Electronic up connector may actually be an issue here, but flusha will be the first responder. He's about to have 2 players in his face. They continue to jiggle peek, clear the corners. flusha's going to strike. He'll get the first. The trade isn't there. As Zeus swings, he'll fall, and now the bomb's in play. Automatic, pivoting around, is now in the most instrumental position. They can't back out. They have to stay. They have to fight. That's going to be a third for flusha, continuing to spam down the T's. As Edward is doing the best he can with a bad situation. The bomb site's in their hand, but no bomb.
Oh, what a nade from flusha. That's unreal.
This is for the aces. He's not able to get it, and Edward's going to get his third. Unable to clean up, and Automatic will eventually come in. Automatic did so much work there. The information, the fact that he was in a pivotal position that they couldn't get away, but only gets 1 kill out of it. So what he did was huge for the team. Doesn't really show on the scoreboard in the same way as flusha just destroying 4 players.
I think Simple's going to be a bit mad at Zeus.
When is
Zeus just baited him out completely there.
Yeah, he didn't swing for the trade, right? He
kind of hesitated, and then, you know, after that it's just a 1v1. You don't have flusha shooting at your teammate anymore.
At this point,
and there it is. You saw the moment where he's just like, oh, come on, Zeus.
You expect a 1-for-1 in those situations, right? Because that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. And that nade is, ooh, boy.
Money.
51 damage.
We're looking at a different round there. If Zeus gets that trade, Automatic can still wreak havoc, but then at least it's a 1v1.
Well, and Edward got 2 kills to open up the bomb site as well, right?
Well, let's see. It's even still, despite Refresh getting naded in the face, but now they've got the 2 players at long. Beautiful peek from Automatic, but once again, he's all alone, so it will be that 1v1 here, and that sort of situation favors Na'Vi, although they are pretty light on utility right now.
The trade this time, Simple shouldn't be too frustrated this moment. Obviously, going down first as an instrumental player like he is, never ideal. The spam will come through. flusha's going to dodge it.
He's in position right now.
He's the early warning system right now for an execute. He can also pivot when the smokes come over. flamie not going to clear his angles, and flusha will get a free kill. Spam through the wall. He'll get traded. The 1-for-1 continues for Na'Vi as they push towards the A bomb site. With a nade out, Keo is forced back into spawn. Has to wait for backup of his team, so the bomb should get planted, and a retake will ensue.
And Edward now in a great position here to wreck Keo if Keo comes up. Keo's going to have to be aware of this, or try to be. Bomb is still not made it onto the site, just now going to make its way up there. Zeus, just get that plant going. And yes, okay, he's got Electronic there to watch his back as well. So bomb plant will happen, and now we will have pressure on Cloud9 to be the ones to make the play. Rush has still got a smoke. There is an HE in play. Oh. Kiyoshima checks that corner, though. Well played on his part, and so there's the man advantage for Cloud9, and they're feeling it. They're going to charge right in. There's the trade. Great pacing and positioning there from Refresh. Refresh gets the job done. Excellent work every time. He's the last man standing, but he is the one getting that trade. Each time they push out together, yes, his teammate dies, but then Refresh is there to kill it. And when you have the man advantage, that's how it's supposed to go. Great work.
That was good by both teams, trading off each other throughout the entirety of that round. That's how you kind of want Counter-Strike to go if you are a bit of a purist like myself. People doing the fundamentals well. You don't want to... Look, the chaotic Counter-Strike, the pushes, the multi-kills...
Like, they're fun to watch.
They are.
But...
Look, when they happen, when someone does it against all odds, that's what I love to see. When it's sloppy CS, people missing shots, that's like watching myself, and nobody wants to do that.
Not anymore. Don't get that out of yourself, Chad. We all love watching you get hype.
That's all I was good for. I should have been a cheerleader.
Oh, dude.
So this is the approach that I like from Na'Vi in the sense they keep the pressure on the economy, because you can see the low buy coming in. Low utility, low weaponry on the side of Cloud9, and if Na'Vi win this round, then they bin C9. They force them into a place where they have to choose to force buy or eco. And Na'Vi have been doing this approach for the better part of 2018. Flush is very forward position. He's going to catch a lot of info, and that's not a normal corner to check either. So he's going to get away with this one. He's going to give the information to the team, and it is a retake B setup right now, so they shouldn't be pushing into the site due to this timing.
See, Refresh. Not quite going to find the target. They're all going through Monster here. Slowly sneaking their way out. Who's going to get the spot? Oh, what a duel. Headshot, but Electronic will trump that one with the AK. And now Na'Vi get to move on to the site and get the bomb plant for free.
It almost felt like he hesitated for a second, like he didn't see that person, but Refresh going for the solo push. Zeus is going to get offered up a free kill. Because of the name of the god, you don't have to give yourself to him for free.
Zeus demands his sacrifice, though. And now, well, that's unfortunate. You don't have the, you're not saving the rifles, but you got to save something at this point if you're Cloud9. You're not pushing in 3v5 to retake.
This is the thing with Na'Vi, right? They really throw out some big punches. As Electronic's going to finish off Flusher, and that should be the round. Flamey grabbing another one automatically, left with an MP9 and no time left on the clock. But I think Na'Vi, when they're the hammer, when they're the ones who are getting to dish out the pain in this kind of regard, right? Like, they're really good at this kind of stuff. These force buy rounds, making things happen with low buys.
Good job on automatic there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, with those mixed situations, that's when I think that they're the best. But when they're just getting absolutely out-aimed and destroyed, and they can't play this style of CS, they crumble and they fall apart. They start to rage at each other because they're not setting themselves up to play a classy game of CS. They're setting themselves up to play a game that's an absolute brawl. And their idea is if they break their opponent, they win, right? If they force them into these low buys that we're about to see coming from Cloud9, that's game over, because now they can snowball, now they can spiral. But if they're the ones who are getting, like, you know, a team is like, well, we have better aim than you, you know? We're not afraid of Simple and Electronic. When that happens, that's when they fall apart, because they lose their first wave of attack.
Well, early trade there with the HEs. Flush are going to get chunked to half, but he managed to do quite a bit of damage to Zeus and Simple both. So that's as ideal as it gets. If you can soften them up with the HEs and you've only got the pistols, that's going to improve your odds here in these, well, these brawl fights, you know, that are going to come up here in a moment. Deep flash throwing in. Looks like they want to try and take that peek at long, and Edward's going to take point. Prepared for automatic, lurking behind the tree. Turns out automatic isn't there this time. Instead, they are waiting currently in Andrews' most hated spot on the map.
It's an interesting little boost they've going on here. Jumping for info. He's going to get spotted as well. Lucky to get away with his life.
That's the kind of info where you see that jump come through, you have to know that there's a second guy there.
Yeah.
So quite a bit of information picked up here for Na'Vi, at least, that they know that two are holding long, and that's already, look at this, just hightailing it out. And Electronic's already clear now B. He's made his way out through Monster, but with two over on A long, it's looking like Na'Vi are like, right, we don't want to have anything to do over here. We're just going to move right onto B. We've got sewers. Electronic is out on the site, and this is working perfectly for Na'Vi. Straight push right out onto B for free.
Yeah, nice, easy round. This one should be dealt with very quickly. And with the money in the bank, the way the situation is looking right now, Automatic is going to have enough to get a big green up, but the loss bonus is only going to be of $1,900. So players like Flusher, Keo, they're not going to be able to get a buy. Refresh as well only with $1,500. This could be a double eco approach, or they might be having to go for a lower buy situation and hope that Automatic can find some picks with the AWP, as well as he's done with the P250 in this round.
Well, Automatic, I hope that he really did save quite a bit of money, because he got those 2 SMG kills in the last round. So that's bonus $1,200 in his pocket. Now he got an extra 300 there off that P250. So he's doing his damnedest right now to get that off and play as fast as possible. So that's looking like they will have that firepower, Cloud9 at least, in the near future, thanks to Automatic doing a good job finding these picks. That doesn't change the fact they have $5,950 now in his money. He is looking good. But that doesn't change the fact that right now Na'Vi are in a position to take a 2-round lead. So let's see, how are things going to go here?
Cloud9 did start late as well in the first half. So
yeah, they did. Maybe that's the game plan, you know?
Better with a stabilized economy, yeah.
I mean, maybe, you know, it's like... Flusha's used to that Swedish internet, you know, that's high speed. And he's just like, guys, hold on, just take it a little bit for the download. Just let me figure this out real quick, and I'll get there. Because right now, yeah, you're right. In the first half, it took a little bit of time for Cloud9 to come online, but they certainly did. And now, well, let's see.
They even won the half.
I mean, I'm liking that they're showing some discipline here. You know, instead of going for some low buy force because Rush managed to save a gun, they're like, no. Double round of eco going into it, invest a little bit. You know, with some pistol and Kevlar, but they are really going to have a strong buy coming up in the next one.
This is a very winnable round as well in the realms of Counter-Strike right now. All it takes is a multi-kill from one of these pistols, or even Rush on that AK-47, and this one could quickly pivot in the favor of Cloud9. Before the action goes down, just a quick little update. FaZe Clan are on match point right now, 15-11. They've turned that one around for sure.
No, that's versus MIBR?
Yes, that's the mainstream game, and then for Astralis versus NIP. Once my internet gets this bad boy loaded up. The first half ended 9-6 in favor of Astralis, and the current score is 13-9. So NIP showing a bit of fight as we're about to get action on the site. The stack is up, the AK's in position, it's going to spot one, and now I expect the long push will come on in. Rush has to pivot here and get more kills, and that smoke's done a good job, but from the back will be Electronic, and Automatic really wants that AK. Not going to be able to get it, and now the kills tumble in the favor of Na'Vi. It did look worrisome for a split second, but they swept the sweat off their brow.
Quite a bit of hesitation there from Edward with the initial peek. But
yeah, that smoke becomes like a big issue, right? Because if the call is an instant to push the smoke, then you're going to limp through one at a time, or you have to wait out the 20 seconds. But they didn't hesitate. They got it done as a team.
There's the shot, headshot. Who's going to win this fight? Pressure is on. All right, Simple gets it at the end.
This is the round.
Yep,
in my opinion right now, this is the round right here which decides if Cloud9 are going to fight back, if they're going to bounce back, if they're going to be in this game, or if Na'Vi are going to continue the T-side domination.
Could very well run away with it.
Yeah, that's that AWP we mentioned in the hands of Automatic. It's so strange to think of him as wanting to be the primary AWPer. Now, look, I don't think that you need a primary AWPer anymore. Liquid have shown that by being the second best team in the world for the better part of 2018, by having different duties. You know, Nitro uses it sometimes, Twist picks it up here, there, and everywhere. So it might not be necessarily as dependent on it as I think. I'm getting this one underway as it's going to be a B-side lean. All 5 members already getting control. Connector, sewer, and the backyard. So this might be a quick hit.
Very quick here. They've got the pieces in place now. Rush going to be feeling it in a moment. Ah, nice. We're going to get the boost over. Getting quite a bit of information here. Electronic doesn't spot anybody at Toxic. Looking up at the rafters as well. Rush, however, is the only one who's going to be playing it safe, and so Electronic not going to get any joy apart from the information. No kills. In the meantime, Refresh pushed way aggro all the way up in Playground. Catches who's completely unawares. Flamey now is the one who's got to be like, oh, great. Do we have any control over here at all? The answer is no. And he even spots Refresh. Wow, okay, they're just like, get out of here. Cloud9's like, we're not giving you this part of the map. But they need to win on this side, on B site, and while Rush did manage to get that duel versus Electronic locked, Simple, however, will get the trade.
Well, Simple has to get a lot more done right now as the bomb will be picked up, and the B-bomb site is half cracked open. 2 players to deal with in the pit as Flusher sits in wait. The Flushers have come in, and Rush is completely blind, so holding them at bay on RV, and the bomb will get planted. They're going to give them at least that sacrifice as Edward kills another, and now it's a 3-on-3.
Keo has to know that he's there, though, so gig is up for Edward. Edward just going to try and be playing for time here, trying to buy as much as possible. He'll get backed up by Simple as well. This is great play here from Na'Vi now. Flamey is 1 versus Flusha. Rush has died as well. Flamey just locking down the site itself, and Keo now, no reason but to just back off and try and save that AK. Timing works out. He barely got out there. Simple was close.
Didn't even know where he went, so that's how lucky Keo was to get around the corner in that split second. He will hold on to this AK-47 with 10 points of health. As I say that, though. Oh, he's lucky. Edwards pivoted across this.
Oh, Edwards going to check.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy.
That could have gone either way. Well, I thought right then and there, that was where Cloud9 needed to put their foot down. They opened up very well. Refresh with that aggression that you highlighted. They had them trapped. All they had to do was lock down that bomb site, but Rush and Flusher both played very passive. And then the duels with the AK, the headshots came in, and, well, now Cloud9, struggle street.
In a spot of trouble.
Yeah.
They are going to be struggling here, you're right.
So with this buy being conservative, they're basically giving up 14, right? That's what you're conceding in the situation. There's no reason they can't win it. There's no reason that a miracle can't happen. This is Counter-Strike. But the likelihood...
That would be like a minor miracle in Counter-Strike Go as well, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like a major miracle.
We'd see it happen. It's maybe like your blood pressure lowered a little bit or something. Is that good? I guess it depends if your blood pressure is too high.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they might pass out. And then, well, that just makes your life easier, I guess. But oh, man, we hear the crowd going hype right now. I'm wondering. I think that must be it for FaZe, at least.
Or maybe MIBR are biting back.
Oh, possible. Let's see. Automatic will get snuffed. Flusha as well. Bullet to the face. And we should get the bomb plant here momentarily from Na'Vi. So Na'Vi doing a good job of just sticking together as a unit. I love to see this in anti-ecos, where the team just kind of eliminates the option of getting overwhelmed. If you're just sticking together constantly, you're protecting the guns. If you do lose a teammate, you're always trading. This is textbook stuff from Na'Vi in an anti-eco, and I like it.
I'm just saying, if my teammates chewing gum, they better not be using auto detect. They better be using push to talk.
Oh, yeah, dude, that would be like, dude, Edward,
like you're in the server with a cow or something.
Exactly. Go and chew your cud elsewhere, please. Are they going to walk into a trap here? We do have a couple Rush and Refresh kind of hanging out beneath. And, yep, there's Rush. Gets an AK, even a nade.
That's quite nice. A little consolation right there.
I mean, dude, you got an AK now. That could make all the difference in this next round.
Every dollar is going to count as Cloud9, with the loss bonus where it is.
Na'Vi on fire now. They've picked up 5 in a row.
That's the max loss bonus. So right now the economy is going to be huge for Cloud9, who are going to be able to afford all the goodies. The double orb's going to come out. That's the option they've gone for this time round.
So let's see. I'm wondering...
I think we may have switched over to our game.
I think that might be the case,
because now
I think we're going to hear the audience in our headsets, which is awesome. Hello, welcome. You can't hear us, obviously, if you're in the crowd. But let's get into it. Already, smoke going down, and this has been the name of the game. Get control of sewers early. Both of these teams have had this focus on their T sides. So you see Electronic and Flamey working together as a duo over here. And while Cloud9 now, they've managed to change it up again. With these ecos, they have managed to squeak together enough money for 2 AWPs. So we haven't seen this yet from them here. Curious to see if that's going to catch Na'Vi off guard.
Done well in finding opening kills in a couple of these gun rounds, but it's been consolidating the round after that. Even the pistol round started a 2-on-5 situation that Simple and Flame were able to draw back, and Refresh is going to miss the shot right there. An opening could have definitely been found, and with that sounding out, they will be rotating towards the A-bomb site. There is 1 minute left on the clock, so they can still pivot with this connector and sewer control, but up close and personal, we do have Flusher and Automatic on that second orb.
Oh, no, this is going to be the setup here. Yep, Automatic takes the bait. There's the info, but this could draw him in. Flusha holding close. Smoke is going to block him off, though. And I've just been told by our producer that we just got a whopping bunch of guys tuning in on the main stream. So welcome everybody to the match. And also that MIBR versus FaZe was a tie. Or a draw.
Draw to kick off the day is
Flusha, come on. Oh, no, they're getting overwhelmed. Flamey and Electronic finding the kills. Flusha trying to push through the smoke, trying to get clever. It's not 2014 anymore. And, well, Refresh now. Right on the edge. Goes for the no-scope. Doesn't get the angle. Right out in the open. And this is falling apart here for Cloud9.
It's going to be a mammoth task right now for Keo and Rush to get back in this one. They will find the first, but they still have 4 more to get as Keo now looking for what info is going to be offered up his way. Crossfires have been set. Molotov will displace Flame. He's going to get a kill onto Rush there, jumping up onto the drop-down position. Keo will find the second for the round, but the clock is the enemy. Does have a defuse kit. Gets the third. Keo's aim has been absolutely on point, and it's not planted. The T's aren't anywhere near this. They're going to have to push on in. Coming into the crosses, Simple. He'll get the kill. Keo will fall. 15 on the board for Na'Vi. 1 away from taking the opening game of day 2.
That's the thing. It's slowed down a little bit here in the second half for Simple as far as kills are concerned.
Yep.
He's been in like the low 20s for a while, but like from 21 to 24, they've all been just high impact, like boom, ending round frags, just getting the job done here for Na'Vi. And well, this was just, what do you think? This is the kind of thing where you just haven't had the time to iron things out in terms of how you're going to handle these defensive situations. You know, not quite getting that timing down in mid there for Flusha, and it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, that rotation to get someone to look after long, especially with a minute left on the clock, is always a hard one. Especially with a lot of players in this team speaking English as a secondary language. We have a Frenchman, a Dane, a Swede, and 2 Americans. So it's a bit of a menagerie.
There you go. But they all, yeah. I mean, Keo lives in the UK. He speaks the Queens. So let's go.
Yeah, once again, the default spread. So nothing outside of the norm, really, for Na'Vi. They're just doing it as is.
Thought for a second there that we were going to get a bit of a duel through the smoke, but it's not going to happen. Minute on the clock here. Match point for Na'Vi. Taking their sweet time with it, but they've managed to hold on to quite a bit of utility going into this. At least with the 3 smokes, they can really get that execute going onto this B site as everybody is gathered up here for Na'Vi, and they're just going to go powering through. Only thing is, 3 players here for Cloud9, and Rush, moments hesitation, even getting helped out. Electronic kills Zeus, but it's still a man advantage for Na'Vi, and Simple just, well, bangs Kiyoshima out of existence. So this is it. Na'Vi about to get that bomb plant here on the B site with plenty of time, and it's on automatic to come up with the hero play. I like it. Molotov, that's definitely going to make life difficult here for Edward. Ooh, and a nice headshot, but it's a 1v3 now. We've lost Flusha in the meantime. And automatic is looking a bit grim. Oh, wall bang shot from Simple, but Electronic gets the flank. 16 to 10.